the longest standing records out there in track and field, the mighty Steve Scott. And there's the world champion at 800 meters and 1500 meters last year, who's graced the U.S. with his presence. Watch out here on the turns. Wow, this is crazy. 1500 meters or mile run starting right on the turn when you've got all these athletes out there.
Rashid Ramzi, the world champion, you mentioned him from Bahrain, grew up idolizing Hashim El-Garouche, who we saw last week in a nice farewell lap ceremony in Eugene, Oregon. It was very poignant and touching. Very inspiring, too, to the runners out there.
You're looking at a great businessman as well as a great runner out there in Laban Rotich, who's come back from the 5,000 meters to make some money pacing this race as well. Look at him look over his shoulder to try and get these guys up with him a little bit, not go out too hard. He's got shopping malls and all kinds of things going on over in his own country of Kenya. He does. I know. I talked to him about it.
And there's a high school meet on the west side that he's running in after this, too. That's what nobody knows. Laban Rotich putting in a good day's work, albeit as a rabbit and pacemaker.
By the first lap, no less than about 56 seconds. And they're trying to run 152 through the first 880 yards of this race.
Rotich, Joseph representing Haiti out of Miami and the University of Florida. Rashid Ramzi, the world champ, in third. Mark Fountain in fourth, and Rob Myers in fifth place right now. As that lead group runners of four breaking away just a little bit from the rest of the pack. Ramzi in third place.
Ramzi already has run 3:52, the man in third place this year for the mile. Did it at the Nike Prefontaine last week.
Mark Fountain back there behind Ramzi in fourth place. The two rabbits, Rotich and Joseph, first and second. And now Nick Willis easing in and making contact with the top four runners.
The man who holds the New Zealand record, having broken away from great men like John Walker, who was back a generation ago a legendary miler, more sub-4-minute miles than anybody in history. 1:53.5 by the 800 meters. Very solid time, a little slower than they wanted.
Joseph, the pacemaker, out in front. Ramzi right on his shoulder, getting a chance to draft just a little bit. And then it's Fountain of Australia, Nick Willis, who competed collegiately in the United States
for the University of Michigan, and has had a 4-minute miler as a 17-year-old from his native country of New Zealand for the man in fourth place.
There's Joseph out in front, Ramzi in second, Fountain and Willis third and fourth respectively, as we come up now to the final lap. Ramzi out in front as Joseph steps off the track. Coming up to the bell lap, there's a look at Fountain and Lewis, second and third.
Fountain and Willis wearing the Reebok singlet in yellow, and he looks like he's at this point maybe
and Willis goes down.
Wow, what happened there?
Fountain goes down, and he is not going to get up.
I didn't see if he stepped on the inside of the track or anything. Let's just hope he's not injured.
And in the meantime, in between time, Larry, Rashid Ramzi has taken off from the rest of the group, now leading by about 15 meters.
Showing everybody why he is the world champion with 200 meters to go in the Reebok mile.
Larry, you said it at the top of the race. You alluded to it. Things can happen in those turns in these distance races, and we saw the worst of it right there.
Good hurdling technique by Willis to get over everybody. He is right now in third place.
100 meters to go for the world champ, Rashid Ramzi from Bahrain.
He was ranked number 3 in the world last year, and look at him hold on. He is originally Moroccan by birth. He said he couldn't get anywhere and make any money in Morocco, moved to Bahrain, and look at this.
Willis trying to hang on for second. It's Ramzi in first, Willis in second place unofficially in 3:53.55.
Superb mile time. This is just still great stuff. Everybody, not everybody, the very elites get under 4 minutes with regularity this year, but that's one of the 10 fastest times in the world for the mile this year by the world champion, Rashid Ramzi.
Bouncing back from his disappointment from last week. Here's one more look at the fall between Fountain and Willis. Willis turns away, appearing to be distracted, but then got his attention back.
Somehow there's a collision of legs. Yes, there was. He clipped Willis with his left leg as it went up somehow and couldn't seem to get his leg back down in time.
Don't you want to help her get that national record today?
And Ramzi down the straightaway, hanging on. Fountain went down. Willis hung on for second place. And Rashid Ramzi wins it. Dips under 4 minutes by quite a few seconds in 3:53.55. Willis in second, showing that good hurdling technique to avoid the collision. And Flamegetti from the United States in third.
Great performance by Andrew Familetti, who trains here in New York. 3:55 for the mile. He's better known as a steeplechaser. That'll help his steeplechase times outdoors this year.
Coming up next.